What would you do to cut back your spending by $2,500 a month? Can you imagine what it would take? Now, just hang on with me for a couple of minutes. I'll get to the point, but I just want you to imagine what that would take. It's really important for the punchline. What would you have to cut out? You'd have to cut out your triple backflip mocha frappuccino with the caramel drizzle on your way to work. You'd have to cut out sizzle pie or auto pizzeria at lunchtime. Stumptown as your afternoon pick-me-up. You'd have to stop going to Powell's to buy books. Basically, have to stop reading because, you're going to have to cut back $2,500 a month. You can't spend that money. You have to get rid of your Netflix account. Well, maybe not Netflix. How can you live without Netflix? I know, right? Even if they're going to charge you more money for not watching ads, you're going to have to spend that money. I know how it is. You would have to cut out, let's say electricity, running water. You have a gym membership anyway, and it's right near work. So you're just going to cut out those bills. It's not like you're bougie enough to have to take a shower in your own home. You cut that out. You're still not at $2,500 a month. What else can you cut out? How about food at home? Everybody knows you have a Painted Hills filet mignon addiction. And you don't want to be ridiculous, so you eat that only 4 nights a week. After you go out to happy hour and buy everybody at work drinks, are you at $2,500 a month saved per month yet? If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe. We'd like to keep you informed about what's going on in Portland's real estate market. Of course, also, if you're moving into Portland, give us a call at the number below right here. Or if you're thinking about selling your house, give us a call. We'd be happy to help you. Why am I asking you about $2,500 a month in the most impractical way possible? Cut everything out, which you could. You don't have to eat food at home. Even if you didn't have a filet mignon addiction, Tim from accounting brings in just a huge amount of donuts to his meetings on Tuesday. You can go snarf some of those after the meeting in the break room and stash some in your desk for the next couple of days, because in that way you got food for a few days anyway, and you'd hope for a salesperson to come in on Friday and treat everybody to lunch, because then maybe you can get through the weekend. But in any case, that's all besides the point. $2,500 a month is what the difference would be in a mortgage payment. I'm talking about just principal and interest now, mind you, not everything else. HOA fees if they're already property taxes and so on. Just the increase in the monthly payment from 3%, where interest rates were for part of the year in 2020, just 3 years ago, to the peak in October of 8%. 8%, 3%, what does that mean? $2,500 a month. If you had your sights set on and you were saving the down payment money for $1 million house in Portland. Let's say you weren't going to buy anything else. This is your goal. You want $1 million house. You want to buy your dream home. And you weren't going to settle for anything else. It's $1 million house. Let's say you put 20% down. That's the difference in what the payment would be month to month between 3% and 8%. So now that you have this great plan, no matter how impractical it is, you kept the Netflix account, of course. So, you got something. No matter how impractical this thing is, $2,500 a month, you got a plan. You can do it. You can call up your mortgage broker. You say, hey, I've found the house. I need to get a new pre-approval letter. You pre-approved me 3 months ago. I get your 28 emails that you send me every week. Thank you for that, by the way. I just love those. I'm ready to get pre-approved for a loan for this house. I found my dream home. Mortgage broker asks, so is your income the same as what it was before? And you say, yeah. Let's face it, interest rates higher, payments are up. You're going to have to make more money to qualify. How much more money? So I'm going to propose an alternate solution. You don't have to get rid of your triple backflip mocha frappuccino with the double pump and the caramel drizzle. That just on the left-hand side, by the way, the drizzle, that is. And that's not the point of this video, but you don't have to get rid of all those things. Auto pizzeria, sizzle pie, all this stuff, Stumptown, no way. You're going to keep all that stuff, because what you have now is a new plan that I'm going to give you to be able to qualify for that extra $2,500 a month payment. And that is, you're going to have to make, to qualify for that, about an extra $65,000. So what the plan is now is don't cut out any of that stuff. I mean, I don't know how you could deal without 4 filet mignons a week, with lobster on the nights when you take a break from steak. Stroll into your boss's office. Now you've started implementing your plan to not have your mocha frappuccino drink on the way to work, and instead you're drinking corporate coffee. You don't know what they put in this stuff, but now you're emboldened. And you go into your boss's office and you say,
starting back in the pandemic, I started building mad skills that I've brought to this organization. I've improved value enough that I demand a raise of $65,000 a year.
If you still have a job after that conversation, we could proceed to say, okay, well, you're going to qualify for that extra $2,500 a month of principal and interest payments. It's huge. So you can buy your $1 million house that you want to buy, which is amazing because that's what you had your sights set on, which is great. That is a lot of extra money. And everybody in Portland is facing that now. Everybody who's thinking about selling their house, they have a sweet interest rate of say 3% or even 2.75% or even 4%. Instead, now they might have to pay 7%, 6.75%, or if it actually happens and interest rates go back up to where they were in October of 2023, 8%, it's going to be pretty pricey to buy the home that you want and make the move you want to make. You got to keep in mind, you're also going to have to make enough money to qualify for that, not just be able to make the payments by cutting out all the things that you think you can deal without having, which is a lot, not to have food in your house or electricity or running water. That's kind of impractical. That's not the point of it either. All around the US, the monthly payments that people are making to buy the median price house on a median income have increased significantly, dramatically, and probably unsustainably so, bouncing between 25 and 30% for the previous 8 years, and then completely lifting off to range between 34 and 43% during 2022 and 2023. That's not all. To put it into perspective, and I'm going to assert right now that we live in a great city. Portland is amazing. There are great restaurants, bars, things to do. You got to keep in mind it's only a couple hours to go skiing or go up into the mountains, a couple hours to get out to the coast. All those things are great. I think we're in the best city on the West Coast. I'm kind of biased, but it's true. I do. I really actually do think we're the best city on the West Coast. With that all being said, can you suspend disbelief again? Because this one's kind of hard to figure, have your mind understand this next one. Can you imagine living in a city on the West Coast where the increase in the median single family sales price over the past 3 years is $465,000? That's the increase in the price. The National Association of Realtors reports on 225 cities around the US, and in 180 of those cities, that increase in price, $465,000, is enough to buy a house, a single family house at the median sales price. Heck, if you were to buy in Mobile, Alabama, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, or Syracuse, New York, you could buy 2 of them for $465,000. That city, a West Coast city, is the San Jose area. San Jose, Sunnyvale, Santa Clara area. The median sales price is $1.85 million. In Portland, in the third quarter, the median sales price for all homes, that is townhouses, condos, single-family homes, was $520,000. So yes, affordability has become difficult in Portland. It seems, as we focus here on the place where we live, that it's become impossibly difficult to buy a house. It is very difficult. Impossibly expensive. It's become a lot more expensive. But with that being said, there are cities around the West Coast and around the US where the median sales price is well above $1 million. And the money that you would have to earn to qualify for a loan to buy that single family home and at the median sales price in those cities is astronomical. So as we consider that a lot of people work from home, remote working has become more and more prevalent, obviously. You get to choose some of us do anyway, get to choose where we work. And that is a big positive for living in Portland, because for being such a great city with all the amenities that it has, it's really relatively inexpensive in comparison with some other cities. I'll go over the top 5 most expensive cities next in the US, where the median sales price is at or above $1 million. How much income it takes, that is, to qualify for a loan, with the assumption that you'd put 20% down. And then also cities around the Pacific Northwest and how those prices compare. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe. We'd like to keep you informed about what's going on in Portland's real estate market. Of course, also, if you're moving into Portland, give us a call at the number below right here. Or if you're thinking about selling your house, give us a call. We'd be happy to help you. So as I mentioned, there's a city, the most expensive city in the U.S., where the median single-family sales price is $1.85 million, which is up over 33% over the past 3 years. And the astonishing thing, given that prices increased there by $465,000, this is San Jose, Sunnyvale, and Santa Clara, the income required to buy a house there is $483,000 at the median sales price of $1.85 million, according to the National Association of Realtors. This is the median single-family sales price and the income required in each one of these cities. Anaheim, Santa Ana, Irvine area, income required $341,000. Median sales price for a single-family home is $1.3 million. San Francisco, Oakland, $1.3 million. Income required $339,000. Honolulu, just over $1 million. Income required $277,000. And in San Diego, Carlsbad, you need $255,000 to buy a house there. And the median sales price there is $978,000 in 2023. In Seattle, Tacoma, Bellevue, that area, the median sales price is $744,000. Income required to buy that house, $194,000. In Portland, Vancouver, and Hillsborough, the median sales price for a single-family home was $593,000 towards the end of 2023. The income required there, $156,000. Seems like a lot in comparison with Honolulu, San Francisco, Oakland, and so on. It's not too bad. Boise City, Nampa, median sales price $485,000. Income required $126,000. Salem, $456,000. Income required about $120,000 to buy that median price house. Kennewick, Richland area, $433,000 is the median sales price. Income required $113,000. In Spokane and the Spokane Valley in Washington, the median sales price is $433,000. Income required to buy that $113,000. And in Yakima, Washington, $354,000. Income required is $92,000. Give me, John McPherson, a call anytime right here at the number below if you're thinking about selling your house in Portland or in the surrounding area. Of course, if you're thinking about moving into Portland, we'd be happy to help you identify an area of town that would make sense for what your commute is going to be, where you're going to work, where the kids are going to go to school, or whatever you have going on. We'd be happy to help you out. Subscribe to the channel. We like keeping people informed about what's going on in Portland's real estate market. Also, of course, remember, call us anytime at the number below.